Previously on New Crits on the Block.
Fuma, I presume?
Yes, that is one of many names. I have tired of the same cycle. I wanted something new. So I made all of you.
Thank you, Leaf. I saw them. I saw my kids again.
You're welcome. You're so welcome.
Teach others about us. Do not let our way of life die.
Who am I to say no? Who am I to deny it?
Awen, we left off with you kind of getting the medallion from the Jarl. And what are you doing at this point? Like, because I knew you were trying to like go around and like get morale and stuff like that. Are you just kind of like awkwardly standing there with it? What's
You're just waving it around like, does this do anything?
Yeah, I'm sort of using like a backstage pass at like a concert, you know?
Yeah, trying to get
just flashing it at people, like
Just
letting
like,
them know I belong.
Wayne's
Like
World.
a Wayne's World.
Yes.
Yeah, backstage. I got the medallion now. I got the medallion now.
Yeah, well, one giant's like, come in and get some food, I guess. Hi, new Jarl.
I mean, yeah. No, I think...
Wait, are you the Jarl now?
No, he's not.
Not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not until tonight he mysteriously disappears
Yeah,
and is found dead.
Yeah. Another.
why do we keep setting it up this way?
Oh, no.
I want to make you next in the line, and you're just like, are you sure?
I tried to tell him.
You did warn
Because
him.
I know you were talking about kind of like you were talking about potentially like learning more of like their history and stuff like that with like as the party was going on, that you were potentially going to go and like,
Well, that's the thing with Awen is he wasn't trying to learn their history.
the traditions and stuff. So yeah,
But in a
selfish way.
yeah, and that's which in the end is actually still learning about their culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, totally.
So his initial intention was to do it to get him out of a sticky situation, which he actually was able to do.
Yeah, it totally worked.
But now I think just because he's been doing it, you have those. You always like, oh yeah, I'm only watching this TV show because I hate it, ha, 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 and you keep watching it like 3 months later,
And then you're part of the joke.
and then you because you actually enjoy it,
Yeah.
or at least it just starts through osmosis. If anything, starts to sort of become a part of you, and I think that's what's happening to Awen, which is one of the reasons why he didn't just outright reject getting that medallion, is because he, in his time, albeit short, he has come to feel like part of, you know what I mean? Like this is part of his not family, but something that he feels responsible with or to.
Totally.
So I think at this point, just at least for the near future, he would just be walking around town, just looking at the medallion in his hand
Okay.
and not really paying much attention to anything else. Just because he's really battling having this be bestowed upon him.
Mhm.
And so I think he's just kind of walking the streets, just looking down aimlessly at it and just kind of pacing around, really. Just kind of taken aback by it.
Did we make this joke last time? How big is that medallion? Is this like a Flavor Flav situation?
We did.
where he
We
just
did.
has,
We did
like,
I think we
that.
did make
Yeah.
that
We did
joke,
make
yeah.
that joke, okay? Because I feel like I would have made that joke because I already thought of it again.
We do like to do that.
Yeah.
All right, cut that out.
and then but leave it in. And we got self-grooming going on, just killing
Well,
it
that was not
today.
He had a weird
self-grooming,
hair,
that
and I
was-
had to get it out.
Yeah, you're right. That wouldn't be self-grooming because that
I
would
couldn't
be.
look at that.
Kind of a weird hair over there.
I was really worried that it might stay and be attached, and I was like, "Oh no, that would have embarrassed
I
you."
do have weird forehead hair.
Sometimes you have a weird forehead hair.
And so
I got like
personal.
one rogue hair that just like grows out.
Is that what Rogue One was about?
It's your
I haven't
one
seen it
bang.
yet.
You have one
the
little
whole
bang.
thing.
Just one.
It's
hair.
like a microscopic look at my forehead.
That's actually where Star Wars takes place. It's
I
just Brian's forehead.
I got a couple eyebrow hairs that are like 4 times as long
There's
as
a
the other.
funny
I know.
big forehead joke in
I
there
can
somewhere.
see them right now.
I refuse to cut them.
Trim them.
No.
Trim them up.
Oh, the wife wants me to. I won't let her.
Maybe you should do what she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like the only person that
Ain't going anywhere.
All right.
She ain't going anywhere. Oh my
Said every divorcee ever. She's not going to go anywhere. Cut to 4 years later, she went somewhere.
So what happened with you and your wife? I wouldn't trim my forehead.
Wouldn't trim my eyebrows.
My eyebrows, I won't trim them.
That's my line in the sand.
Yeah, not happening.
Okay, so
Anyway.
as you're pacing around, you kind of walk in, not like walk into, but you kind of pace towards, you can see Catan over there with Emmy and Philippa kind of setting up their battle preparations, putting those like ice spikes down, doing the walls and stuff like that. And as you kind of like, you all kind of emerge in this like center of the town just before the sunset, and you can kind of see a lot of the giants all making their way back to the long hall. And Grotor walks over. It's like, dinner is soon. The feast. You are welcome to come if you want.
Who is he saying that to?
Just you
Everyone?
guys.
Okay.
Yeah, like I kind of see you guys.
Are we
kinda
all
like,
there?
We're all
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
We're all there. Okay.
For story's sake, you all walk in.
Sorry, I don't think any of us knew we were there. So.
I think I knew it was just you two, and I was like, okay,
I
well,
didn't
I
even
guess
think it
I'll
was
just
me,
miss out on
but-
dinner. That's fine.
Sure. Okay, we're all there.
For story's sake, you were now there.
Yes.
Cut to everyone being there.
Got it.
Got it.
How long before it's the night before the battle?
Yeah, like the sun is setting. It is the day before.
How do we know it's the day before the battle? Just because we knew how much time before they were going to
Yeah.
arrive?
The crows.
The
crows
crows, yeah,
told- okay.
they would have been
Sorry, I just
updated.
wanna
Like the
remember
seer
that.
would have like walked over and like put his finger in your mouth and be like, they're coming tonight.
Ew. Okay.
Yeah, we had roughly a 5-day
Gotcha.
window.
Okay, just want to make sure I
And
remember
story
that.
thing, it's guys. Hey, you know what?
So you know what?
I was like, how do
Hold
we know?
on.
Maybe we have like several more days.
Wait, I got it. Make sure this is clean. We're getting tweets about it.
Oh my God. Make sure it's not clean.
Make sure it's deleted.
Dirty it up. Please get that out of here.
I mean,
Get it out.
I I hate it, but it was actually pretty good.
It's like, I like the confidence you go in with the joke. Make sure this is clean. Everybody shut up. I got a really good one here.
I got a zinger, guys.
I got a good one in the tank.
Hot
Watch
off the
out.
press.
I really want you to go on SNL
Let me
and just
pop
get
this one
torn
up.
to shreds when you do that. Like everyone, because you know they have like they're like aligners and stuff. Their jokes.
What are you talking
I don't know.
about?
I've been
Yeah,
watching it now.
SNL is not the one for that.
Like,
Like a stand-up show, maybe would be like a comedian.
No, because they write
You
all
guys-
their own jokes. They
you guys
literally
don't
are
know
all
I
stand-up
do-
comedians that do.
Yeah, I know, but
skits.
that's just not.
well, you guys don't know that. You guys don't know that I do semi-professional stand-up.
I would
I would
pay so
not
much
be
money to see
surprised.
that.
I would actually pay money to watch.
And I would be there every single night, even if it was like a Wednesday at 5 o'clock. I would be there. I don't care.
I'd be
when.
practicing my booze in the car on the way.
with booze in his hand.
Practicing my booze.
I'd be the
I
guy.
can see Brian driving me like, "Boo." No.
I'm good. I'm really glad that we vamped before the episode
I
started.
told you were gonna get this regardless.
It's okay.
We'll
It's
get
all
there.
good.
We'll get there.
We'll get to
Okay.
the long haul.
Now we refuse to go back.
No, you can't put us back in.
Man, fuck a long haul.
But I do want to add my part to that. I would, if you did have a comedy show, I would be the guy selling tomatoes. I'd make a killing.
Cabbages.
Is a long haul like a medieval version of a skyscraper?
No.
Because like they didn't have the technology to build them up tall and high, so they just laid them on their side and was like, it's about the same.
Okay, I
Yes.
see what you're going with. But yeah, then at that point, yes.
They're like, we need a big building, but like we do not have the technology to like build a building straight up. It will
We
fall
don't-
over.
we
and
don't know
we'll
how to do
die.
stairs.
That's a version of like speculative real estate. They're just like,
So-
we're just gonna rent out spaces. This is a core and shell building, guys.
I think they're
Bring
also
in
the
your
first people
offices,
that
your
did
medieval
like
offices.
open concepts because they really
Medieval
didn't have
offices.
like walls. They had like pillars, and
It
that
has
was
an
it.
open floor plan.
Yeah, like you
In
sleep
that it
there.
is completely
And
open.
it is completely open, including the toilets and living quarters.
That's crazy, dude. I was just doing like some research on like ancient Rome, and like people like would just all hang out and like have a conversation and poop in front of each other. That's wild to think about. That like you're just walking down the street, and then you go to shit, and like some dude walks up and then starts a conversation with you. Can you imagine? Like,
oh wait, you're not supposed to do that in the bathroom.
That's what having children is like.
I always assume
see,
that you should stand in the urinal closest to the guy who's peeing.
Yeah, but there's still those barriers between you. You know, you get the porta potty. You're not like making dead eye contact with the person.
I'm 6'4". There's no barrier that tall, bud. I see what I want to see, and I talk to who I want to talk to. Okay.
Are you 6'4"?
Yeah, baby.
I'm 5'4", so I mean, like, you know.
How short do you think I was?
I feel like
you were 6'2". I
thought you were like 6'2".
My dad is 6'2", and I tower over that fool.
You add an inch every time.
I also killed him too.
Plus gravity's catching up with him. He's like 5'1.5".
I've lost
Those
like
old bones are shrinking by the day.
Yeah, because of my spine.
They took a piece out.
No, it just keeps getting narrower.
Oh, goodness.
No, they measured me after my back injury, and they're like, "You're 5'9.5", and I'm like, "What is this non-fucking sense?"
Do it again.
Yeah, again.
Measure me again.
Hold on, let me stretch.
With a better ruler.
Yeah, measure me after I get me on one of those medieval torture devices.
Give me on that inverse or that upside down table thing that hangs you upside down and stretches your spine out.
Yeah,
Then measure me again.
Yeah.
So Grotor invited you.
Oh, right. Yes.
We're having this conversation in front of him.
Yeah, he's just kind of seems like,
So, what I don't understand.
Speculative real estate?
he pulls out his notebook and writes it down.
Brian, I won't lie.
Future ideas.
I actually
don't know what
didn't
that is.
know what that is either. So when you
Me
said
neither.
it, that was my reaction.
I laughed.
internally.
He dropped some of his like work knowledge on us.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
I
You
do
do
that.
it
It's the same
too.
thing I do when you guys mention any kind of pop culture reference. I just laugh and really hope you guys don't notice the 100-yard stare that is
We
going
always
on.
notice.
Of course
I
we
know
know.
they do. Because I
Every
laugh
time.
like I don't laugh as hard or like it's like totally. I'm not very convincing with it. I got to try better. Ha. No. Okay. Well, you got invited to the feast.
Yes.
So we're going to eat.
Yes, I think, Jake, are we essentially done?
Is there a
Like-
fish option?
Like,
I'm a pescatarian. I actually can only eat fish. Sorry.
they don't only eat fish.
Well, you know what I mean. Meat.
They just don't eat any other meat. They're like, no, I'm on a fish only diet.
Out, baby.
Would you like a glass of water? Fish
Water.
water.
Fish
Can you put some
Okay.
fish oil in there? Just some quick fish oil, thanks.
Fish water.
Well, it's just like it's like a Brita filter. They
Through a
cut,
fish.
Yeah, they cut off the tail and pour it through, and it comes out the gills.
Oh, I
and
picture like it's a fish tank.
That's why it's like, yes, filtered to perfection.
I picture like a fish tank, and they just have that to scoop out of, and that's just the water they drink. Is
Well, that
fish
would
water.
be very, very, very unhealthy.
Yes, it
I
would.
feel like Matt's idea would be like potentially like drinkable for a minute.
Yeah, fish filtered.
For like a minute.
Yeah,
until
like
the
a
thing
thing,
starts
you
to
know?
rot.
I was gonna say. I
Well, you use a
think
new.
that's
It's like any
any
other
better.
filter. You replace it.
Hey,
Every
so
6 hours.
we
Yeah,
now
a
have
lot of fish.
a fish filter on our merch store. Please go and buy it. We bought so many
You
of
guys
them.
keep trying to make me make the wildest merch that does not exist in the world.
We can-
I need you to make a Brita filter, only it's
a
the
fish.
shape of a fish.
I mean, I'll just go buy some filters and slap our logo on it. Is
no.
that what you
Here's the
want?
thing. I want it to be a real fish and
Okay.
just shove some like filter in it.
I'll speak to.
It only lasts for like a week.
A fisherman
at a
or
Fill
most.
two.
his lungs full of charcoal and just.
Ooh, there you go. We're onto something. Christy, if you
Okay.
could do that.
So we're going to dinner.
Yeah, you guys are going to dinner.
So what I was saying is that everything's like essentially done. Like at this point, if we
Unless
were
there's
to-
something that you want to do that I
How
didn't
far
think
did
of.
we get with our project?
You guys, you finished it.
We're good. Okay.
Yeah, because of
Okay.
how with how you guys went about it with doing.
I just
the
don't. I don't
mold
want to
earth
be like,
stuff.
okay, we all go eat dinner, and then you're like, well, you never finished your preparation.
No.
Right.
You when you guys all came together, let's
Okay.
just assume
Whatever
you did what
whatever
you did.
needed to get
We'll
done. got
pause and like go over like the logistics of things that I can. So for you mainly, Ben, so that I can figure out where you want your kill zones.
done. Yeah, we'll figure all
Yeah.
that out.
I want them where the.
That's
where
good.
they'll-
That's good
where they'll
audio
need
for
to
That's
the
be.
good audio.
listeners.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So move it 2 inches to the left. Okay. Yeah. No. That's that. There you go.
Right.
Kill zone. Yeah. So you guys got invited to the feast.
Oh yeah, right.
Thank you, Jarl. We will go to the feast now,
Mhm.
and then we go to the feast. There you go, Jake.
Okay. And then Matt, insert some music here.
Yeah, feast music.
Feast
yeah.
music.
Well, we need that giant bard that we had in the beginning. Remember when we walked in and he had like the twang on the whatever.
The lute
Yeah, I think he had a lute that
or a
like,
viol. or whatever other fucking
what?
instruments. Yeah, it's like
We
a
had a joke
violin, but
about
they're
that.
like, we don't want the end part of it, so they just said viol. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, they're
Anyway, I don't remember
What
any of
is
that.
happening?
great world
Is a
building.
giant violin just a cello?
Yes.
Well, for normal
But he
people,
holds
it is.
it the same way.
Yeah, he just buys a cello and then puts it on, and then you know. Okay.
It's a great episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
I love it. I love it so much.
Also, if you notice, I got a new voice. I changed out my vocal cords for better ones.
It's
It's my bad.
allergies,
It's my
that's
bad
why.
boy voice. So, you're
Jake's
welcome.
hungover.
I'm not hungover. That would.
You're
was,
hungover.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely not.
I was
I'm
hungover.
sleep deprived. There's a difference.
Me too.
Um,
I'm running off of a lot of sleep.
Okay.
As you enter the long hall, the scent of mead and burning wood fill your nostrils. You see all the giants standing in a circle around a pyre in the middle of the room. One by one, the giants walk to the fire, say a few words, then toss an item into the flames. You notice some tear up as they do this, but most do it with a battle-hardened stare. Kratos approaches to you, Leaf, and you can see a small bear-tooth necklace dangling from his hand.
Do you have things you speak into flame?
Yes, I can do that.
And then he shows you the necklace. He's like,
An item to burn?
Oh, you want to throw that in there?
Why are we doing this?
So that you can die with no regrets.
So, okay, yes, maybe we're not familiar with your custom. What are you all saying?
Anything you regret. Mine is I didn't take my kids out hunting with me.
Oh, I see. All right. A will take a few steps back.
and he kneels down to Leaf and goes,
Do you want to come up with me?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
and you approach the pyre. They have just for logistics sakes, they do have a chimney at the very top of this building. So like,
So we're not gonna just like suffocating.
My regret.
yeah, they're all passing out Kool-Aid. He's like,
the flame hand shows up and they're like, oh, they
beat us to it.
you remember
Did
the
another
giant
tribe
earlier?
come first?
That was, not a giant with the little mustache.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that built the pyre. He's like, bitches.
Gotcha.
yeah, he just effed with the ventilation and was like,
Yeah.
that's it. That was all. That was the whole plan. There is no army.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was all a lie just to get you into here. So he walks up to the pyre. You can smell like some like spices, like sage and some other like scents. Like as you approach it,
Mm-hmm.
kind of gets you a little lightheaded, but it's kind of like eye opening. You kind of like open up more as you approach it, and you see him kind of get down on his two knees, and then he just
I wish I took kids out with me hunting, and that I told them I loved them.
and he takes the necklace and throws it into the fire, and then he just looks over to you, Leaf.
Okay. I'm gonna get down on my knees next to him and okay. I'm kind of look around and close my eyes and I'm like, okay. My regret is that I left Mal behind. And I'm gonna take a little trinket I have and
Yeah.
then throw it in the fire.
Kratos stands up and walks over to one of the long tables and just kind of sits down and grabs a tankard and just kind of pounds it.
Okay. I'm not gonna get up for a minute. I'm gonna kind of sit there and try to hold myself together while I stare at the fire for a second before I get up.
A few other giants, nondescript extras walk up and throw
Extras.
No speaking lines because that's more pay, obviously.
yeah, we can't afford to pay. You are a unpaid intern. Sorry, please. Which, hey, if anyone wants to be an unpaid intern, hit us up.
If you're one of our fans out there, it's you.
That's essentially what mods are, by the way.
I was going to say.
Thank you.
Thank you, mods. Love
They're
you.
sweet little mods.
Yeah.
So a few more come up, and as they do, Gortora kind of like walks. Where are the rest of you standing? Are you guys just kind of standing? Like, because the circle, there's like openings around it. Like, not everyone is standing in a circle. As like people speak their regrets into the flames, they kind of go and sit down and like start chatting with other people. Are you guys just kind of like hanging off near the front door still, just kind of like awkward?
Well, I think we would have made it. I mean, Leaf went up there, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just, that was just me.
No, I think
Vamping,
I would have walked inside and I'm just watching people do it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Okay.
just to kind of get an idea of like,
After
this is a little awkward, but if I'm going to have to do this, I might as well do it right.
Yeah.
after a moment, I'll get up and walk over and be like,
Okay, it's your guys' turn.
Oh, Leaf.
Did you get some smoke in
Did you
your
get
eye or something?
God damn it, Matt. Beat me to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just a little smoke. You can go ahead and do your regret now if you want.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful smoke.
I think I'm allergic to the herbs.
Very, very
Leaf
concentrated.
just blows out.
Oh no.
my eyes are completely red.
Yeah.
And that's
Oddly
the day
enough,
we
I'm
found
allergic
out
to
she
herbs,
was a,
which is weird because I'm a druid.
That's what people
Right.
say when they're like, when they smoke jewels, you know, like, oh, it's a real powerful smoke.
Yeah, it's a powerful smoke.
Real powerful
Oh,
smoke.
dude, this is the
Brand
first
new
juice,
juice.
dude.
Brady.
Brand new. They
Dude,
actually
fill
do
my,
say that.
my cotton candy cinnamon swirl juice. Real powerful smoke.
As the resident vape lord, they
Fruity
do say
Pebbles.
that. So
My Fruity Pebble
Do you vape?
cocoa powder.
yeah, dude.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Bruh, I'm fucking. You want to see it?
Are you surprised by this?
A little.
Well,
I vape fucking all of it.
he's not
dude.
your baby brother.
Don't vape.
I vape literally everything.
Everyone
dude.
out there listening, if you're vaping right now, stop.
do it.
Don't.
We're gonna do
Harder.
it more now.
Yeah, dude. Hey, make a bigger cloud, dude.
I'm clearly the coolest person here at the podcast and thus have the most
At the
influence over the
podcast.
the youngins listening. So y'all should not vape because I say so,
Daddy Nurse Ben says,
dudes.
don't vape.
But
He's
yeah,
sitting-
you probably actually shouldn't vape. 'Cause
You
it's
guys
not
can't
good
see
for you,
this, but
like,
he's sitting backwards in a chair right now.
I have my
You know,
arms full
like
too.
a cool Uncle
Yeah, he's
Jesse
got a
move.
backwards hat.
Oh yeah, I actually
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Sunglasses?
a leather jacket.
Wait.
I think anyone that's cool has a leather jacket. Oh, there you go.
Oh boy.
And now we just turned into a Grease one shot. There we go.
I was going more for West Side Story. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really seen that one, so
Anyway,
Have you seen Grease?
I have seen Grease.
Okay.
I have seen West Side Story because like I love Leonardo DiCaprio, so you know.
You know what? Can we just leave it at that and just move forward?
Isn't he in that one? Isn't he in West Side Story?
No.
Oh no, he was in the other one.
You're thinking Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I thought that was West Side
All the
Story.
Great Gatsby. I don't know which one you're thinking of.
Yeah,
No, I thought that was.
Oh,
I thought that
man.
was the West Side Story.
No, it's called Romeo and Juliet.
Oh damn, bro.
You don't even
You thought
know?
Romeo and Juliet was West Side Story?
There you go, dude.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God. Guys, we have so much work to do.
guys, you want to know something? Hold on. He vapes.
Yeah, see what happens? This is your brain on vape.
Good job, Ben. Good job. Bring it back, baby. Bring it back. Wow, my whole life just got destroyed.
Wow.
It always has
My
been.
whole
You're
youth.
just becoming aware of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I just didn't care. It wasn't anime,
That's
dude.
so funny.
It wasn't
Correct me
anime.
if I'm wrong. That's not even Shakespeare. Like that's so fucking wrong on every level.
Well,
No.
yeah, it's definitely not Shakespeare for a
Bro.
lot of reasons.
Everyone's like West Side Story, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, my guy Leo. And now I understand why I keep getting all these weird stares.
They're like, yeah, totally.
No one.
No one's corrected you.
Not that I can think of, because like I
Wait, how
Because your
often
generation
does West Side
probably
Story
thinks if
come
they had
up?
corrected him, he wouldn't have just said it.
yeah,
often does it
especially in
come
front of you
up?
fucks. Like, god damn it.
Oh my God.
Hey,
my
Jake, there's your
God.
serious episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, what do we
you
have
know
for
what?
time wise?
Hey, you know what? Hey, Jake, do you want to speak a regret into the fire now?
You as the DM.
Here, I regret starting this podcast.
Yeah,
and
there it is.
And I throw the Zoom into the fucking fire.
Oh, it is a Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
stuff. I podcast.
Oh,
I like
boy.
Wow.
Thank you
Well-
for that. I needed that.
I need a drink of water too.
Yeah.
I need to cleanse that out.
A palate changer. Do you have any like ginger just hitting something around?
No.
No. Fuck. I need some new flavor.
No new flavors.
No more flavor for you.
No new flavors ever again. Spin it back out. Took a sip, spit it back out.
Ew.
There's your filtered water.
You're a mess.
Just a big dude just taking a big swig and spitting it back out.
Man, this unraveled
Swishing
fast.
around.
We were right there on the precipice of greatness.
One serious.
No, I'm sorry, but that was greatness.
Christy, that
This
was
is
a
what people
great
tune in for every single week.
tender moment.
Thank you.
That was completely
overshadowed.
obliterated.
I'm sorry.
My Jake's dumb brain.
Yeah, my butt. Yeah.
Where's my jewel?
Oh my god.
Where's my jewel? See, I don't vape that. I don't vape jewels.
Duh.
Yeah.
He
No, I have
vapes everything else.
I have one that looks like a Star Wars handle, like a lightsaber.
A Star Wars.
Wait, is it just the logo of Star Wars?
Yeah.
In the shape of a...
It looks like a Star Wars.
You know, inefficient design having to curve through all those letters.
the Star Wars thing?
Does it have an actual name?
Star
besides just
Wars
lightsaber
laser
hilt?
sword. Hello.
It's
Does
a
it have an-
lightsaber hilt.
Oh.
Like it's
Star Wars handle. Yeah.
Oh
a
God.
Star Wars handle.
I'm just killing it today.
Well,
Let's
the
go.
hilt,
are,
the hilt's
dude.
not the actual.
I just wanna
handle,
let you
it's just
guys
the
know,
top
don't at
that
me.
actually comes off the right.
Well, it's what, it's
I
what
don't know.
houses the kyber crystal in there.
Yeah, I mean it's just the
Kyber
lightsaber.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that the actual term?
Yeah.
That is.
Excellent.
I played Star Wars games for a second.
Handle isn't the worst word for it, but the fact that you didn't call it a lightsaber, you called it a Star Wars
My
handle.
brain wasn't okay. Hey, you know what? My brain's a little slow. You guys remember that description I had? Pretty good.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite player, Matt. YFPM. Yifbum. That's cool. I like that as a nickname. Yeah, that's a cool nickname. Yifbum. Real catchy and easy to listen. Easy on the ears. You have made it once again to this week's middle break. Thank you so much for listening thus far. Hey, as you know, we're trying to get 200 reviews on our Apple podcast, okay? Because when we get 200 reviews, we are going to release some bonus AWIN content that we already have recorded. It's ripping and roaring and ready to go. We just need those reviews to start coming in. For example, that PT nerd posted a 5-star review saying, "I love being a crit head. This podcast is one of the highlights of my week. It really makes you feel like you are just sitting around the table of friends and playing D&D and going down whatever rabbit holes open up. I'd recommend this podcast to anyone who is looking for an actual play with a strong original campaign. That PT nerd, parentheses, Wes Thompson, end parentheses. Thank you so much for leaving that review. It helps us so much. We are now one step closer to reaching that 200 reviews. It's that easy. And be sure to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts from. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you use it to listen to anything, podcast anything, we're probably on it. And make sure to follow our social medias as well. You can find us on Twitter at New Crits. You can find us on Instagram at New Crits on the Block. You can find us on Facebook at New Crits on the Block. Another way to help us grow is to share any piece of content that we put out. Post some of your favorite audiograms to your Instagram story. Retweet one of your favorite quotes. Tag us in those big D&D groups you see on Facebook. Anything you can do to get the word out about us to help us grow means so much to us, everyone. Again, it's a small thing. I understand that. But it's really big to us and it helps us more than you can imagine. We also have new merch up on our merch store, so be able to check that out. And if you buy something, send us a picture of you either wearing it or holding it or eating it, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing, which if you are, hey, go for it. Just would you mind taking a picture and send it to us first just so we can post it and show people how delicious our merch is, I guess. We don't recommend you eating it, but hey, we know some people are just wired a little bit different. If that's what you're into, go for it. Also, we want you to be a part of our Discord family. It is growing by the day. We love seeing new people in there. They always bring so much joy and excitement to our community, and we want more. We want you, all right? I'm just a regular old Uncle Sam over here, okay? We want you to join our beautiful family. We have channels for D&D chat. We have channels for DMs. We have live games going. We have channels for pets. We have channels for plants. We have channels for food. We have channels for booze. We have channels for flutes. I don't know. I wanted another rhyming word, but I couldn't come up with one off the top of my head that quick. Okay, give me a break. I'm only a human. So I just rattled all these things off. You might be thinking, well, how do I get to each and every single one of these things? Well, we pretty much have a main hub that makes it super easy to do. It's our link tree, lanktr.ee/newcrits on the block. You can find little cute little buttons on there that take you to, well, anywhere you want to go within the New Crits world. Again, that's lanktr.ee/newcrits on the block. And click on whichever button's suiting your fancy for that day, all right? All right, everyone, let's get you back into this week's episode. Once again, thank you so much for joining us this week. And of course, you know you're going to see us next week because we come out every single week, every Monday, right on cue. Hope you're all staying safe. Be kind to each other out there. We love y'all. We'll see you next week. Bye. Bye.
So Leaf walks over to you guys. Real
busy
serious
here.
moment.
Cry again.
Yeah, hey.
But for a different reason this time.
You just hear one dry in the corner being like, "Yeah, Leo in West Side Story." Yeah.
He's so dumb.
We should just let them all get genocided.
Oh, genocided. Oh, God. Okay, anyway. Back in.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys, she walks over, crying.
Yeah, go ahead. Your guys' turn.
We all just stare at one another.
Yeah, which is what we're kind of doing now.
After you.
Yes.
Not really my.
You have to do it.
You have the medallion.
It's my thing is what you're saying? This is my thing.
You're the only one who has a medallion here, gifted by the Jarl.
Did he show you the medallion? Do you have it out?
No, I mean, I'm holding it. Yeah.
Yeah, I point at it.
You just know what it is.
Yeah, you don't know what it is. I'm just gonna be
What's
Matt's
that?
hype man right
Yeah.
now.
What is that?
You know, you could just ask, what is that?
I rolled a flat 10. Do I know what it is?
No.
How would you know?
I don't know.
Just ask
Even
with your
with the
mouth.
20, you're not like a mind reader.
I assume that if you have some gigantic, like,
Ask with your mouth.
Fucking kill me. God damn it.
That might be the
Hey,
quote.
Eowyn. Hey, Eowyn, what's that?
There you go.
What's what? Oh, this? This is a wonderful little gift I received from the tribe.
Holy Jesus.
Did you take it?
What is it?
How dare you?
Oh, wait, that's
no.
more his thing.
That-
Okay.
there you go.
Thank you. I don't
I'm
steal
surprised
things.
Boral hasn't stolen any necklaces while he's been
That's
there.
why he's
for a little bit.
He's like, that's pretty cool.
Are you done with
As he
it?
clinks around.
Is Burrow always wearing his necklaces? Because you have two of them. Is he wearing both of them right now? You have Emmy's, or did you give Emmy's
No,
necklace
I took Emmy's back.
Okay. So you have one necklace. Are you wearing
No.
it?
He has Emmy's, but I took the one. I took
Oh, that's right. You took your
locket.
sister.
Mine.
Yeah.
essentially
Yeah.
mine back.
Yeah.
And I totally remember what those necklaces are, but can you remind the listeners what those necklaces are?
Oh, it's nothing big. It's just a necklace of fireball. Like it's like actually you probably should forget.
Oh,
about
right.
it. Yeah,
I'm
don't even
totally
worry
wearing
about
that.
it. Yeah.
Of course.
So you're ripping it. Like you're fine.
Yeah, so that was my response.
And I'll say, okay, thank you
Sure.
for that. How about you actually tell us what it is?
You
Not
know,
how you came to be in possession of it.
yes.
In the context within.
Right.
What is it?
It is a sign of appreciation from the Jarl.
Oh, well, that's
That's
really
nice, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
Why?
Well, for all of the hard work we have all put in and
Oh, so it's ours?
the
Like,
diligence I have
collectively?
shown. Well, I was sort of the Jarl's right hand through this whole process while
you
you
definitely
were
nuzzled in close there
Well,
while we were all
out
sweating
playing,
and
out
toiling
playing
away.
in the snow. Yes, having a good time, I'm sure.
What? We were doing hard work, like all day, several days.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw you out there. I thought you were having a snow fight or something.
Weren't you drunk for the first day?
Yeah, and that was even worse. Imagine.
Doing hard labor when you're hungover. It's
It
awful.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yes,
It really is.
I was making sure that the denizens of this place were in good spirits and making sure the infrastructure for the upcoming battle was in place. And
Is that how you spell? Isn't it denizens?
yes, But
Yeah, you
with an
said-
accent, it's tougher to do.
I've had a few issues with that sometimes where you say words and you're like,
yeah.
that's how it's
Well,
going to sound.
no, he was
now.
trying to make it sound extra bougie. I let him have it.
Yes, a lot of
Yeah,
words.
I
A
was
lot
like-
of words I could do when I'm like, well, how would I say this in this accent? I have to just go for it, I guess.
Just send it.
Yeah, just send it out, baby.
Yeah,
The
we just-
designies.
Well, because that's not you normally. Matt Patullo
Well, it's like,
doesn't
you know, the
typically
English
screw
say
up
basil
words.
instead of basil. Like, it's
Yes.
just, it's
Oh,
your way.
aluminium.
Aluminium. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's I just
Oh,
kind of got
God,
to
I
go
It's an
for it.
Elven thing.
Yes,
It's
yes,
an
yes.
elven thing.
Elven pronunciation.
Yes.
Elf
okay.
military. Elfatary.
Elfatary.
Terry.
God,
Oh,
it was
God.
good.
So
And it's
dumb.
pronounced Jaguar because that's how it's spelt.
Oh, well, that's
Yes.
extremely
Nice and absolutely meaningless.
yeah, odd of them to do for you.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, you don't even. I kind of lean in. You didn't even want to save these people.
Well, I did not want to save them. I wanted them to do what they wanted to do. A big difference. If they were all helpless and were like, please, we all want to get out of here. We don't want this to happen. Different story. They wanted this to happen. Huh? Semantiques, as we say it in Elven.
I don't even know what you were trying to say there.
Semantics.
Yeah. I had to think about it. I was like, what the fuck? Well, I suppose that Jarl has his right to put his trust and his faith in whoever he most mistakenly sees fit.
And you're going to see Eowyn's face go a little pale for a second before he kind of snaps. Yes, absolutely correct. And again, it's just more of a symbolic
Yeah.
gesture than anything.
Well, he didn't give it to anybody else.
Well, as I said, you were all outside playing in the snow.
That's
you
a
were
lot of
making-
responsibility.
It doesn't mean anything. He had to give it to someone. You two were out.
Should we ask them if it means something?
Why didn't you
Catan
give it
was
to
making his
Catan?
cute plan. He was busy. I was just there.
Yeah, I never actually. I look around to make sure Emmy and Philippa are not within earshot, and I go, I never actually thank you for that.
Don't worry about it. It's sort of kind of my thing.
Yeah,
I'm very good at that kind of thing.
yeah.
so.
I should probably be nicer to you.
He won't.
I mean, I won't, but I
That's-
probably should.
It's fine. You needed a little bit of help and
Yeah.
gave you just the boost. And you took it from there.
I'm gonna walk up to Eowyn and just say, well, if this all goes terribly, at least they won't blame you because they'll all be dead. And then I'm gonna walk away to the fire.
Burn.
Damn.
Boral burned you.
Boral, are you walking up to
Mhm.
speak? Okay. So what are you doing? What are you saying?
I'm gonna just kind of stand by the fire, just stare like you do into a fire, like a good fire. You know, I'm imagining it's like one of those, you know, just embers that are kind of like just flashing.
Bro,
you know
it's
what I mean?
cooking, dude.
You know,
That smell?
yeah,
Smells
of
good.
course.
Ooh, that smell. Sorry. Couldn't help
I
myself.
thought you wanted him to be serious.
Sorry.
And is anybody standing around me?
There's like some giants that like most of them are kind of like giving each other space because it's a very private moment that you're doing. Some are like grouped up, but for the most part, like they got their like 6 feet separation.
Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of stare into the fire for a minute. And then I'm going to take something out of my pocket and I'm going to whisper something.
Okay.
And I'm just going to like give it a little kiss and I'm going to throw it in the fire.
I hate you. I'm so curious now. Okay.
And so I guess Catan standing back kind of watches him do this and is like, I'm partly little worried about Boral. Just it seemed very like serious, and also like he's just kind of curious. And so he kind of just, I guess I'll go up next, and I walk up and I kind of come put my hand on Boral's shoulder. Who is Brian? Everything all done?
Yeah. I let something go. And it was something from Beardrum and I's past, because I am throwing away my guilt.
Guilt?
I was harboring, I was holding on to this guilt that I couldn't do anything about Beardrum disappearing. And even though, and I realized that there was nothing I could have done. I mean, the gods just took him. So
yeah, I was going to say you shouldn't have any guilt. So yes, I suppose it would be best
I know.
to
So I'm letting it go.
let that go.
And my regret. So I guess it was two things. It was my regret that he isn't here and that there's nothing I could have done about it. So I'm giving that up. I'm throwing that in the fire. No more.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, I think so. I think I will be.
Oh.
I think I will be after this.
So they're little.
I mean, I don't feel better about what's about to happen, but I feel better about our companion that is not here.
No, I was referring to how you were feeling about Beardrum. So this little whisper fire burn thing kind of works.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the fire itself or it's just the act of doing it. But I guess yeah. I feel a little better about it. There's trying to go into this clear mind and spirit, because I don't know what's about to happen. And need to have zero hangups, I think. You feel me?
Yeah, I try not to think too much about what exactly. It's funny for somebody who makes a lot of plans, and how many ways they can go wrong and how many ways they can go right. I try not to think too much about what that means, because you won't know until it happens.
Yeah.
So, seems like you got this pretty figured out.
Sometimes something just sticks. It just felt right. So I took something that meant something to Beardrum and I and threw it in the fire.
It's none of my business, but what was it? And if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to tell me.
It's inconsequential. It's just a thing that Beardrum and I used to, an organization we used to belong to, and I'd like to keep it. Sorry to kind of keep you in the dark, but I think I'd like to leave it there.
That's fine. That's thank you for sharing what you shared. You
Well, what about you? What are you gonna give away? What are your regrets?
I wasn't actually planning on doing it.
Like I said, I don't think it's that there's a magical thing with this fire, and even if there is,
no, I'm just not big on symbolism. But you seem to feel like it helped.
Yeah.
So
I think it was just the physical act of letting it go. Now, obviously, I believe in magic, but I think there's.
I believe in magic.
But I think there's something
balling all that in. Sorry, continue.
No, I don't I think this is just a big ass fire, frankly. But I get what you mean. That just
There's symbolism to what we're doing, but there's also something tangible and physical to letting something go permanently.
Catan kind of starts rifling through his like stuff and starts like looking at things. And he takes out the 2 lockets of his and his sister's, and he looks at those for a second and pretty quickly puts them back. He kind of flips through his journal. There's nothing in there really. It has some old paperwork that, like old maps and stuff that he literally just uses the fire to get rid of at the time. He's like when you find old taxes from like 10 years ago, you're like, I don't fucking need these anymore.
Totally.
And,
old taxes.
Might as well get those in there.
Yeah. And he's like, and as he's patting himself down, he feels as he's doing this, he wears plate mail. He has a lot of stuff on him. He actually feels some of the padding from his plate mail has kind of like eroded away at a place where it kind of rubs a lot. It's actually been bothering him for a little bit. And he kind of takes that and he kind of yanks it off. And he looks at it for a minute. And he looks at the padding. And he says, I should have trusted her. I should have trusted you. And he's looking at the padding and he says, my closest friend, my love, tosses it in the fire and he says, I'm sorry. Oh, that is a little cathartic. Excuse me. And he walks away.
So as you walk away, and Awen, you're kind of just standing off the side by yourself. Are you still kind of like looking at this medallion after like Boral walked off after I honestly thought about that when I gave it to him. I was like, please don't. But
I was like, wait, no.
Yeah, Gertor's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was going to be my joke.
Sorry, we stole your thunder.
Take it out. Just go for it.
Yeah. Are you still like looking at the like? Are you? Because Boral had mentioned kind of like did a sick burn and then walked away.
Well, I'd been looking at it, but the whole time
day,
since that hadn't really changed anything. But yeah, I'm listening to what they're all saying, but it's kind of like that, like you're underwater hearing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because I'm so I'm just staring at this thing.
You feel a very large hand pat you on the back, kind of like knocking you forward a little bit, and you look up to see Gertor standing next to you, and she's like,
are you all right, Awen?
Yes. Just, making sense of you giving me this. I still don't. I still think you might be making a bit of a mistake in trusting me with what this means.
I might be.
Oh, all right.
But I put my faith in you. I think you're your hardest critic.
I don't think that's true.
I'm going to pipe up. No, he isn't.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Have you not met the rest of my party here? That's not the case at all. Or my friend Emmy, or my parents, or anyone else.
Literally,
I'm on the list. I'm not at the top of the list.
I love it.
He kind of chuckles a little bit at that.
You're going to do great things, Awen. Just believe in yourself.
Sure.
And you kind of see he's like,
have you spoken your regrets into the fire?
We need. That's not done. I thought maybe the time has passed.
Catan walks by crying.
Everybody just crying.
Yeah.
Your friends are a little emotional.
Yes.
I'm gonna pipe up again. No, I'm not.
Yeah, they can be. It's not. I look at my imaginary watch that I just did. It's not past time. It's not closing time.
No, it goes all night.
All right. Yes. Is this? Yes.
I mean, you don't have to, but like.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, you don't have to, but like. It's.
End of the episode.
If we ended it there, that'd be so
You don't have to. Perfect.
Okay.
And I zip line out of the long haul. I get out of there quick style.
Sayonara, sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I just love the idea of like, you don't have to say anything into the fire. No, I rolled a 20.
You wasted it.
Yeah, nice. Only a huge battle happening, Ben. Good way to waste a 20.
Awen will rub the back of his neck a bit sheepishly and kind of look around at everybody else who's left, which I guess aren't that many people at this point.
I mean, they're not in like the center of the room. Most of them have like gone to the tables and like sat down at this
That's
point.
what I mean. There's not much of a
crowd up in the front.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's sort of the thing he was waiting for, was to disperse slightly. And he give a look up at the Jarl. I'll give you that right now. And he'll walk up to the fire, and now being so much more aware of everybody else around him, looking at him, waiting to do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And that's the whole issue with Awen, is that when he's in that position, it's almost like performance anxiety in a sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he realizes that his grip on the amulet now his knuckles are white with it. And he's going to realize it and look down and kind of side eye the Jarl, just kind of go, I regret taking this stupid amulet from you. And the flash of him throwing it in the fire does cross his mind for a second. Yeah. But I mean, he thinks better of doing that sort of a sign of disrespect. And he's going to take one more look around the circle and just see all these giants staring at him. And now he realizes he's holding this amulet.
Mm-hmm.
And Awen then realizes this is the first time he's really been seen with this symbol in his hand.
Yeah.
Which again, even more so draws himself inward, and the weight starts really on his shoulders at this point. He's like, oh shit. And he'll put it in his pocket quickly just to get it out of his hand. And he feels something he's been carrying on him this whole time. It's this little piece of string, and he's going to take it between his two fingers and pull it out and look at it. And he's going to take a few steps up to the fire, and he's going to say very much under his breath, I wish I could have saved him, and throws it in the fire, and then quickly turns and walks out.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay. Now everyone's getting up.
What?
Brian just left.
Okay. Brian just walked up.
What's with you and doors today?
I know, he really doesn't like doors being open.
No more All the doors need to be closed.
Why would I shut the door when I'm going right back outside?
Who is this person?
That?
I don't know.
Is this Weird Ben?
Yeah, I guess
It sounded like drunk Sean Connery.
I was going to say, Sean Connery with almost a little bit of Deckard Cain in there a little bit. Like,
I know who that is.
Stay a while and listen, but close the door
but
first.
close the door first. It's drafting here. I only have a robe on.
I live in a cage outside of Tristram.
He doesn't live there.
Well, he didn't. He did an episode in Diablo 2. Which they're remaking.
Yeah, I saw.
Help!
Of course they are. We can't make any good games, so we're just going to keep remaking those ones you kind of liked.
Yep.
Kinda.
Diablo 2 was,
I didn't like it. So
as the kids would say, the ish.
Oh boy.
Well, Now
the podcast is
yeah, can you get the hammer out? That's
Yeah, damn it. All right.
Cancel. Smash it.
Hammer time.
Oh
No.
Okay, now buy another one and smash
Smash that one too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, a bard who uses a warhammer.
And he says hammer time.
Yeah.
Okay. You save that for later.
Well,
hammer who was
Yeah. Hammer, don't hurt him. And then he does.
Yeah. That's his familiar. It says it every time.
Yeah.
It's like a parrot.
Every time we get in a fight, stop. Hammer time.
Hammer time. Okay, we'll use that for a one shot, I guess.
Okay.
Serious
Are
episode, Jake.
we recording?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you asked us for a serious episode.
This will all be the bonus
This is as
content.
serious as it gets.
This will all be the bonus content.
Yeah. No, I know. I've been doing this for a while. I guess should have known better.
It's that new flavor that you asked for.
I didn't ask for
Still
it.
lingering.
You
Yeah,
did.
I didn't
You did
ask. I didn't
for it.
ask. I just implemented it, and you know what? It didn't taste good. It,
Well, so you didn't ask
real
for the new
sour.
flavor. You just asked for like the punishment that you gave yourself.
Yeah, bad times. So you're all in the town. You guys are.
In the town.
Yeah, you're all in the town.
Oh, wait, by the way, real quick. Brian, Christy, love your shirts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
and buy merch if you haven't already. Do that.
Sweet merch.
I was gonna buy like a bunch of baby clothes and onesies and all kinds of stuff and have like a
Just
little photo session.
Get your kids all decked out.
No, just for me.
Oh,
Oh, cute.
let's get you a little bib.
Oh, bib.
Don't judge me. No kink shaming.
Okay.
That got weird.
Oh boy.
Well, welcome back to New Kids on the Block.
Hurry, everyone, buy all the merch before Ben can to do his weird stuff.
I will flood social media with these photos if you do not make us sell out.
Oh my God.
You have 5 days.
Hurry.
And the army will
please.
come.
We don't want this. None of
Everybody
us
make
want
a wisdom
this.
saving throw.
Okay, so let me say some shit. Shut up. Okay, I was actually surprised you guys shut up there. I'm sorry.
Let me say some shit.
Jake
Wait,
yelled at
hold on.
us.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting meaner as we go. Sorry. My tolerance is I'm losing it a lot. Okay, so as you enter the long hall, the scent of mead and burning wood fill your nostrils. You see all the giants standing in a circle. God, I can't spell. I couldn't even spell around right. Fuck. Around a pyre.
Hold on. Take for the
Okay,
last sentence.
I'm just gonna say it all over again.